Thermodynamics is just one of those courses where, especially in the mechanical engineering curriculum, it's very different than most of the classes you take. Conceptually, just completely different. Students who come into this course as first-time, full-time students, meaning they've been at ASU since they were freshmen, and those who transferred to ASU, and maybe this is the very first class they've taken, we found that the class is equally likely to be failed by either group, unfortunately. However, for the students who they transfer in, we found that they were about twice as likely to be out of engineering within a year. That's concerning because generally transfer students are disproportionately first generation. They come from groups that historically are underrepresented, and so we're not helping them if we don't build in something into the course that helps them to succeed, especially when it's their first course.
And so I originally started when Dr. McCarrick approached me, and he knew that I was a transfer student to ASU. And then he said he had this idea for a project that could help other transfer students like me that were coming through this pathway.
That was kind of the starting point, and I happened to be in a conversation at the time with Gary Lichtenstein, who was familiar with the Treisman model, and he said, hey, you might want to check this out. And when Yuri Treisman piloted this thing called study groups, he was building mathematicians, we're trying to build engineers. The idea was that you build into them a sense of identity within their discipline. And then we're trying to build a peer group, and that peer group gives them a sense of belonging.
If I'm working in a group with other people that are struggling like I am, maybe I can actually figure something out. And I have a TA there, I can ask questions.
And I've had a lot of graders and teaching assistants over the years. They love tutoring. They love seeing students get it.
Very rewarding in a sense that you could see the students grow. And then by having them come together and work in these groups, and you'd see them improve, and then some of them would go and triple their scores after that. To me, that was huge.
We're not giving them a problem that they could solve in a minute. We're giving them a problem that's difficult. The idea is that because it's difficult, they will actually have to go through real problem solving and begin to think like an engineer.
It felt like my ideas really had merit. You're in this setting where every single person's insights are relevant and important, and it really helped me feel like I was part of a team that was all mature adults that were being treated like mature adults with this real job. Maybe I can be an engineer. It's not just endless amounts of classes.
We've done some preliminary analysis that suggests students are typically gonna score on average about a half a letter grade to a letter grade higher when they participate in the peer-led study group model compared to a controlled environment where they're sitting in front of a TA, business as usual kind of recitation.
I have heard nothing but good things from the students about how they actually go to recitation and they learn things now, as opposed to going into a learning environment and have that mentality of, okay, well, I don't know things, you know things, tell me what things I need to know.
It's working in thermo. We went from 4 students to 20 students to 50 students to 200 students, and we'll be at 400 next semester. Big effort. This is an enormous class with multiple sections, 3 or 4 different instructors that all have it implemented across all the different sections of thermo. So this can be done at large scale.
The peer aspect can help contribute to a sense of belonging, and ultimately we have seen that belonging, identity, achievement, all of these combine to ultimately affect persistence and whether or not they are retained in the program and ultimately get their degrees and go off into engineering careers.
We're trying to raise engineers in this program. We're not trying to just help people pass our class. That's the real goal here, is to change the way that they think and see themselves.